Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington football team. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And here's Rodgers on the return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. On first down, it's Stevenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run on first down. Stevenson. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Second and 14. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Cohen. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On 2nd down now, it's Stevenson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it. When things have changed a little bit, they have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Cousins again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4 yards.
3-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Meanwhile, Cousins throw complete here to Ayuk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Cousins throw into the hands of Kirk. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Cousins now. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing is Cousins. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Off the play fake, Cousins. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Now a give, right side. Stevenson, and he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stevenson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 110 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 6, 36 seconds remaining. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor. And he lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity.
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Cousins to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game.